Today we're going to talk about suicide and suicide prevention in the wake of the recent death of who you all probably, like I know, as the famous Jet Jackson, who was on the Disney Channel for so long. Lee Thompson, I'm sorry. His name is Lee Thompson. I just knew him as Jet Jackson. Lee Thompson died of an apparent suicide. He was found in his apartment, and it was a gunshot wound. And I don't know if they are doing any further investigation, but the preliminary reports did say that it was an apparent suicide. So, Shari, how do you feel about what's going on with suicides and celebrities these days?
I feel like there's a lot of pressure in Hollywood, and I think that has something to do with it. I'm just like any job, most jobs, there are some points, we have our moments where we just want to toss our computers off of our desk and cuss our managers out. But I can definitely see just Hollywood being a high stress level type of thing because you never know, when your next show is going to come. And then, just being candid, being a black actor and black actress in Hollywood is kind of hard. Like, there ain't a ton of roles when it comes to, African Americans, black folks. So, he was on the show, so I'm not going to say that was the reason he was on. I think it was Rizzoli and Isles or something.
Uh-huh.
But, I don't know. You just never know what's going on in a person's life. So that's my spiel in a rambling kind of way, like I do.
It's crazy to me because he's just right around our same age group, 29 years old. So sad. Okay, yeah. Sharice, what you got? What do you think?
It just goes to show you that money and fame cannot buy you happiness, and that everybody needs to have somebody to talk to have an outlet, and to have hope. And it's just really sad.
Yeah. Okay, Monica, we'll go to you next. What's your take?
I'm going to second Sharice. Money can't buy happiness. And then even with the money and the fame and the pressure, whether it's communicated or not, everybody is going through something. And whether they express it or they hold it in, eventually it's going to come out some way, shape, or form. And he chose what I would say some people look at as the easy way out by killing himself.
Yeah. Okay, Sherry, what's your take?
Well, just what everyone else said, it's so true, and you just never know what someone is going through. You don't know what their mental health status is. We see this young man as an actor. That's all we know of him. We don't know his history with mental illness, depression, or it could have been a situation. He could have been in a situation that just kind of made him snap and just think there was no other way out.
I didn't think
because it happens more than we think and more than we know in the African American community.
Okay. So now it's just shocking, I guess, to me, because the person that I thought I knew, the actor, just seemed so happy, and you just like everybody said, you don't know what people are going through. So what do y'all think are some proactive ways to kind of monitor this kind of stuff? Because to me, it just came out of the blue, but maybe somebody who knew him very well saw some signs. What are some warning signs, I guess, that our two experts on our panel tonight would like to share? Sherry, you can go first.
Okay. One thing is when someone even makes the statement that they're going to harm themselves, or I'm thinking about committing suicide, I'm thinking about killing myself. When they make comments like that, we always have to take them seriously, because we never know if someone is some people say, well, oh, they're just saying that to get attention. Well, we don't know that. We have to take all of those comments seriously. When someone starts giving away their prized possession, that's another indicator that, something is not right. And especially in older people, some older people, say that they've been diagnosed with a terminal illness, they may not want to be a burden on their family. So sometimes when you see an elderly person commit suicide, they don't want to be a burden. Um, and I've known this to happen um, several times with people that are, in their family. So there are warning signs that, when you look back on it, I'll give you an example. My husband has, there's a group of friends. One of their friends noticed that the brother-in-law of another friend was acting differently. And he told the brother-in-law, he said, man, something's wrong with him. Something's not right with him. What the brother said, oh, he just needs to get a job and get himself together. That's all he needs. Well, maybe about a week later, he shot himself. He killed himself. So there was one person who recognized that something wasn't right, but there's another person who thought, oh, he just needs to get a job and get himself together. So we just really have to take those things seriously when we recognize something is not right. We don't know what it is. We need to explore, those things.
Can
Monica,
I
do you have anything to add? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sharice.
I was just gonna say that we also have to stop thinking, because a lot of times you hear people say, "Oh, black people don't commit suicide," or other people just do that. I think we need to eliminate that thinking, because we see now this young man did it last year. I think it was Don Cornelius. I've known people who have attempted, and it's just something that could plague anyone. So I think that's something that we need to keep in mind too, so that when we do see somebody going through, or we do see some strange behavior, that we do pay close attention to it.
Okay, Monica.
I was going to say some of the signs: isolation, depression. Um, those are two of the big ones. And then, like Sherry said, giving stuff away and things like that. When people start withdrawing and they're usually outgoing, that's usually a sign something is not right somewhere. So just paying attention to the signs. And then in the case of the young lady from The Bachelorette that hung herself, and her boyfriend came in and found her hanging last weekend, or this past week, they were saying there were no signs. She was just happy-go-lucky. She was just loving and caring and bubbly, and he was totally shocked to come in and see her dangling from a rope. So you never know if you can. Sometimes you got to cry and get people to open up and just express how they're feeling. That's it.